All right, guys, the day has finally come. It has finally happened. 7.5 years in the making. Play button has arrived. 100,000 subs. Thank you guys all so much for all your support over the last 7.5 years and making this possible. This is something that Sophie's been bugging me about for almost 6 years now. When I hit 10K in 2019, she's like, when are you going to get your play button? And I'm like, well, I'm 90K away, so I'm getting there, but you just got to be patient. So, you know, she waited 6 years. It's finally here. So, yeah, April 7th, 2018 was my first video, and I got to 100K on August 2nd, 2025. That's 2,674 days, and some of you have been here for most of them, which is pretty crazy. And I apologize for the quality of some of those videos in the early going, but hopefully it's gotten better over the past 7.5 years. So if you average it out, it's about 37 subs per day. It's pretty good. It hasn't been... I've never had that like big huge surge where I got like 20,000 in a day or anything like that. It's been pretty slow and steady, and you know, eventually it just happens, you know. So here's the timeline of how it all went down. It took 1.5 years to get to 10K. That was September 2019. Then 7 months from there, April 2020, I got to 30K. That was by far my biggest surge. That was when I was getting the most action on my channel. And then the COVID year, from April 2020 to April 2021, I got from 30 to 50K. And that's when I did my Reddit video, which I love to recreate, but it doesn't seem like people are flaming me on Reddit as much anymore. So I can't do it. So from April 2021 to August 2025, that's a little over 4 years. That got me the last 50K I needed. So that got me to 100K. So that is how it all went down, and this is what it all has come down to right here. And I can finally tell Sophie, I got it. So, but you know, it doesn't feel right that I'm the one doing this.
I've been waiting for this for so long. I'm so excited that I get to open this with my sister, Amy. We get to open Daddy's play button.
Yeah. Whoa, what's the side? What's the side? Hi, side. What's the side?
Daddy's play button.
Whoa. Play button. Ooh, pet.
Look.
Whoa. Play button. Play button. Play button. Play button.
Here it is.
Yay!
We've all been waiting for this, huh, Amy?
Yeah. Oh, I see a mirror. No. I want the
All right. Thank you, Sophie and Amy, for doing this. I know that you guys have been a big part of the channel for ever since Sophie was tiny and ever since Amy was born.
That's all I'm gonna do. Fortnite dances.
Fortnite dances. All right. I think you have to pay copyright on that. And this is Amy. She doesn't have any credits yet. She's only 3 months old. Say hi, Amy.
Almost 3.
Well, by the time this video comes out, she'll be 3 months old. So, yes, this is Amy. This is my new writing buddy, but she will have to wait a few years for that to happen.
A few years later.
So back to the play button. Yeah, this thing it's quite light. I did not realize it was going to have a mirror on it. But yeah, there it says, there's my channel name for passing 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So this is going to be the newest addition to my shelf back here once I clean that up and make it all fancy. So, yes. So I figured I'd give you guys some substance on this video. And I thought it'd be a kind of a fun idea to look back at all of the videos that got me at least 1,000 subscribers over the years. So maybe some of you guys actually subscribed from watching one of these videos. Chances are you did, because yeah, these are the ones that got me the most. So the honorable mention that just missed was my first real substantial video. That was May 7th, 2019. 921 subscribers, 306,000 views. When did Six Flags become the discount chain? That video was like kind of the first one I ever made that my friends weren't watching, like just people I knew. Kind of went beyond that, so I got a lot of creative feedback. What do you call it? Like constructive criticism, to put it that way. So yeah, after that, I realized I needed a better microphone. So got the Blue Yeti not that long afterwards, and I still have it today. So I want to point that one out because that one's like my first real project on this channel. That wasn't just a ranking or a vlog or something like that. That was kind of like a substantial research project. Okay, the only short, the number 13, the only short that is on here is ranking all my Giga Coasters, 1,002 subs, posted on November 1st, 2023, 860,000 views. I hadn't even written Steel Dragon 2000 yet, but yeah, that video is still doing great. So I don't know why. Maybe it's because the thumbnail with i305 on there. I don't know. Maybe i305 is good for something after all. Okay, number 12. The best and worst coaster from each manufacturer, part 1. November 19th, 2019, 1,096 subscribers, 234,000 views. So that was one of the first videos I ever did that was based on a suggestion from a subscriber. And that's something that I've done over the last 6 years. Just if you guys have a suggestion, if it's a good one, I screenshot it, put it in my gallery, and then when I'm looking for ideas, pop in there. And I always give you guys credit for when you guys suggest a good video because it's the least I can do for feed me content. Okay, number 11. How SeaWorld is redefining their image. Another mini doc. That one was from September 17th, 2019. 1,125 subs, 396,000 views. So yeah, that was when I was doing a lot of mini docs and something I kind of want to get back into, but the full-length docs have kind of taken over my time when it comes to that. So that one I kind of went more in-depth financially in terms of SeaWorld's Freudian slip, SeaWorld's finances and just how they got to where they are now, from the origins to Blackfish to this whole like thrill ride renaissance they've been on. So yeah, that one took me a long time to make. I think it took me like a month from start to finish. All right. Number 10, The History of Kings Island, the complete documentary. December 24th, 2022, 1,138 subs, 744,000 views. So that's probably my favorite documentary that I've done of all the 5, just because I learned a lot from the Magic Mountain one, but I had so much content to work with on this one that it was just a lot of fun. And then Kings Island has such an awesome history. And you can see in my shelf up here the Coney Island book that I used for that documentary. So yeah, that one did really well. That one, it was compiled all the 5 parts into one, released at the end of 2022. All right, number 9, the worst day I've ever spent at a park, Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. December 16th, 2019, 1,158 subs, 351,000 views. So that was a sucky day, but if you can document your misery, people like to watch it. So it ended up being a great video for me. What the problem was is it was so windy that day that nothing could operate, pretty much. And it was super packed. It was Good Friday, the Friday before Easter, and it was just like the park was just teeming with people and nothing was open. Couldn't film, couldn't ride. It wasn't the park's fault, but I never said it was. So I hope Fiesta Texas did not take offense to that. It was a sucky day, but not your fault, but it still sucked. Okay, speaking of sucky days, number 8, is Six Flags America really that bad? September 13th, 2019, 1,186 subs, 279,000 views. It was my first kind of like snarky vlog that I did, and I was kind of nervous about it before, like the day it released. I remember thinking like, man, I hope this doesn't come off as too snarky, too sarcastic. I don't want to be that guy, because there's too many of those people out there. It also gave rise to my GPS bit, which I've used over and over again, keep beating that dead horse. Yeah, and that was kind of an interesting thing because I had to record that without the GPS audio. I had to kind of play it in my head and then respond to it based on what it said in my head. So I think it ended up being pretty good. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's this one right here. GPS, take me to Six Flags America.
Okay, taking you to Six Flags Great America.
No, Six Flags America.
Did you mean King's Dominion?
No, take me to Six Flags America.
Why?
Why? What do you mean, why? Just take me to Six Flags America.
Okay, it's your funeral. Okay,
Back to the list. Number 7, the most painful roller coaster from each manufacturer. March 12th, 2020. 1,195 subs. 347,000 views. This is one I collaborated with OK Coasters. That'd be fun to kind of get him in on the videos. I have been admiring his work for a while. And he did the intro for me, which was kind of fun.
Why do we ride coasters? Here's a better question. Why do we ride coasters that cause us pain?
People like the manufacturer videos, and people like talking about pain. So between the two things, it was a match made in heaven. So there you go. Number 6, how Cedar Fair picks its winners and losers. July 30th, 2019, 1,298 subs, 317,000 views. So this was kind of the follow-up to the Six Flags discount chain video. I want to do a similar video about Cedar Fair, about how they pick their winners and losers, how they spent their money, pretty much. I couldn't really criticize them too much because Cedar Fair has always been doing a good job, it seems like, up until the merger. And it was kind of just a look at the population centers and the open land, the land that they had to work with, and why they invest in the parks they invest in. So that one took some digging, but I think in the end it paid off because it did really well. Okay, number 5, another mini doc. How Six Flags built and destroyed the world's largest park. That was Jogga Lake Worlds of Adventure. June 8th, 2020, 1,210 subs, 551,000 views. So it just tries to explain how too much investment can actually backfire if the park can't handle it. Because it kind of seems weird. It's like Six Flags put all this money in this park. Why did it completely fail? Well, that's how. Because you made the park too big for what it could be. It was probably my last good mini doc before I started getting the full length documentaries. It was either that one or the Pilgrim's Plunge one. This one was in the mid 2020, and then starting in 2021, I started doing the big documentaries. Okay, number 4, another mini doc. The Tragedy on New Texas Giant and the Blame Game. Six Flags versus Gerstlauer. November 14th, 2019. 1,949 subs. 686,000 views. So that pretty much just dove into the whole issue with the New Texas Giant accident in 2013 when the lady fell out of the train, and the whole rift between Six Flags and Gerstlauer, because Gerstlauer built the trains for New Texas Giant, and they got into a big legal battle over who was at fault for that. So yeah, really weird thing about this video is that when I first posted it, it was age restricted, probably because of the sensitive material of the video. And then it went back to not being age restricted. So I don't know. Obviously, it didn't hurt the view counts, but that one was strange. Okay, number 3. The worst park in America, my experience at Elitch Gardens. So this was part of the My Experience series I did for my 2018 road trip. This is one of the last videos I actually posted from that road trip. And it just went over my very short but bad day at Elitch Gardens. This was posted on April 27th, 2020, 2,253 subs, 499,000 views. So it just pointed out everything that went wrong. And unlike the day at Fiesta Texas, everything that went wrong that day was pretty much Elitch's fault because they didn't update their closed rides board. The employees didn't know anything. They kept telling us stuff that wasn't true about rides that would open or wouldn't open. And it was just, it just wasn't good. And to this day, I still think Elitch Gardens is the worst park I've ever been to. Not been back since then. I would like to go back, but Denver's kind of hard to get to. So I haven't done it yet. Maybe one day. Maybe if the park doesn't close down or move or whatever. They keep saying it's going to happen, but it never does. Number 20. Live TV. Number 2. 20 of the worst coasters ever built. August 5th, 2019, 2,555 subs, 767,000 views. So basically, this was like the first worst coasters video I ever made. It was the 20 worst that I had ridden up to that point. I had 396 credits at the time, and it was the first time I made a video, like a really negative video like this one. And it really took off because people love watching a train wreck, and that is what I was talking about in that video. So, yes. And finally, number 1, no surprise here, the history of Six Flags Magic Mountain, the complete documentary, posted on December 25th, 2021, 3,264 subs, 1.5 million views. Still the only video, I think it's still the only video that I've ever posted that has over 1 million. So that was my first full-length documentary, and I wasn't going to post it in full at first, but people wanted it, they kept asking for it, so that's why I posted on Christmas. It was kind of like, Merry Christmas, here you go. If you want to watch it in full, there it is. And that thing just took off like a rocket in early 2022. So I'm very thankful for that. I wanted to make something substantial. My channel was kind of dipping post-COVID, going into 2021. I also wanted to do something like cinematic. And this kind of gave me the chance to do both, something real, not just a ranking or a vlog or something like that. Something I could really like be proud of. So, yeah, this also gave me a good chance to learn about my home park for all those years, and taught me things I didn't even know about. I had to dig up a lot of documentation for that, and it was a lot of fun. And obviously, my most watched video got over 3,000 subs from it. It was a great idea, and thank you guys for suggesting to post it in full. Okay, so what have we learned from all these videos that have got me over 1,000 subs per video? People like negativity, and I say most of the viral videos that I mentioned have a negative tilt. So, I kind of fall for that too sometimes, and it happens. So it just is what it is. Just don't be too negative, or else you're just seen as a jerk. Okay, so what is my next big 100,000 subscriber special? It's something that I've been teasing to some people who asked for a long time. I said when I hit 100K, I'm going to rank all my credits. And when I hit 100K, I had 750 credits. It's right after I got back from Japan. So that's my punishment for getting to 100K. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to wait till the end of the year. I'm going to kind of combine it as part of a 3-part series with my top 100 and my top 50. So on Sunday, I'm going to release my 750 through 101, which is going to be very quick. No real details on that because otherwise it's going to be way too long. And then the Monday I'm going to have top 100 to 51, and then Tuesday top 50 to 1. That's going to be in December, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, if you have any other ideas for 100K, I could just put them down below and I'll consider them. I don't really have anything else planned for it, but I'm open for suggestions. So again, thank you guys for your support. If you guys want to get some bonus content, you can join my Patreon. That link's down below. I post things early on there. I do Q&As every month. There's some bonus content, behind the scenes videos. I've done videos where I roast your whatever, like your top coasters. I'm going to do top parks soon. You roast your hot takes. There's a community tab in there we do chats, and of course you get your name on the Patreon screen at the end of every video, including this one. So if you guys want to join, that link's down below. $5 a month. That's nothing. Come on, guys, you can do it. So we have over 75 members strong on that right now, and it's a really awesome community. So if you guys are interested, check that out. But if not, then I hope you guys stay with the channel and get me to 200K and maybe 1 million one day. I'm not counting on that because I'll probably be 70 years old by that time that happens. But no, you never know. Maybe I'll hit it big with something. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.